Welcome back, guys, to episode 2 of Race to the Star. We are going to be trying to get the automated storage from Ars Nouveau today. To get the storage from Ars Nouveau, we have to get a few things. The first thing we're going to have to get is the enchanting apparatus and the arcane pedestal. This is pretty much just like a ritual type of thing. Enchanting apparatus goes in the middle, and around it is filled with the arcane pedestal. Once we get those, we have to do a ritual, and I believe it involves 1 lectern and 4 chests. The lectern is going to go on the enchanting apparatus, which is in the middle, and the 4 chests are going to go on each side of it. Once the ritual is over, it's going to spit out a storage lectern. But once we get that, then also have to get a bookworm charm, which isn't hard to get at all. It's actually probably one of the easier things to have to do. So now we just have to wait for those to grow. But what I actually need to make is the imbuement chamber. So we just click on this. Now we have the imbuement chamber. You know what? I also might as well just make multiple of them. It doesn't take a while, but it's better to have more. I should probably try to find a place where these can stay for a while. So once it is finished in there, I can right click on it and get it, and I now have a source gem. Probably good for me just to keep these going the whole time, because I know I'm going to need quite a few of them. So let's create the enchanting apparatus. For right now, I'm going to need only 4 of these, but typically you'd have 8 of them. Also going to need an arcane core, so I might as well create this one as well. You know, I was thinking about it. I might as well make this space up here Ars Nouveau stuff, because I'm going to have to do quite a bit of it. I mean, I need to do all the quests, so. And then I also need to find a place for this stuff. Might as well put it like right over here. And we put this on top. And then once we make these pedestals, they will go on each side of it, and then I can do a ritual. While I wait for these to finish up, I know that at one point I'm going to need some ink sacs to be able to make the bookworm. So we might as well go find some squid and kill them real quick. You know, now that I think about it, I know that I have a book and quill already, and that's what I need the ink for. I'm not even going to go try to find squids at the moment. So to create the storage lectern, we need a normal lectern and 4 chests. So we're going to put the 4 chests on these 4 pedestals. And then we're going to throw the lectern and the enchanting apparatus, and it's going to do a little ritual. I love the animation. And it's going to create the storage lectern. So the storage lectern in base form is not going to be very useful, because we need something called a bookworm to do the work for it. So to create a bookworm, we are going to need a tablet of awakening, which is going to be 4 source stones, archwood log, and all 4 of the archwood saplings. Alongside the tablet of awakening, we also need the ritual brazier, which I know you can get out of buildings. I didn't go looting enough to find that, but we can craft it with, this basic stuff. I'm still making more of the source gems, so if I just keep making more of them, I can make the source gem block. This won't be too much of a struggle to make. It's more of just gathering the resources. The hardest part is really going to be getting the 4 saplings, but luckily I already got them. I just need to go cut down the trees that hopefully are grown by now. So I just got down here. The 3 of the 4 of them are fully grown. We have the purple, the red, and the blue. The only one left is the green, but I'm hoping by the time I cut these down, that won't be grown. If not, I'm gonna go grab some bones and bone meal and just bone meal it. I mined up the blue, the purple, and the red one. The green has still not grown, so I'm gonna go grab some bones and bone meal it. I have the bone meal, and holy schmoly. Okay, is it just not? Maybe it's in a bad spot. There we go. So as of right now, I can make the tablet of awakening, which I'm going to do right now. So the last thing we're going to need is the ritual brazier, and then I think we have everything. So I just did the math, and with the amount of source gems I can make, I need 1 more. So that means I need to go get 1 more lapis, or if I find amethyst first, I can use that, because you can make it using either lapis or amethyst. So that means I'm probably going to go mining real quick, because of course we're going to be 1 short. So once I finish making the final source gems, we will be on our way to the automated storage. Well, guys, as it turns out, I'm dense, and you don't need 9 to make a block. You only need 4. So I could have done this about 5 minutes ago, but I've been waiting this whole time to get all those done. But I can now make the ritual brazier. So a part I forgot is I'm going to need the wand, which requires 2 source gems, a gold, and a stick. And it's going to do another ritual. And I can just take it out. The Dominion Wand. So, I'm going to click the Tablet of Awakening within here. It's going to say awaiting activation. Take this book and quill. I'm going to right click in there. It's going to say items consumed, the book and quill. Now I believe if I right click again, Yep. It throws out the bookworm charm. Now that we have the bookworm charm, we can right click it onto the storage lectern, and you're going to see this little bookworm. Oh no, flying book. This can be connected to 8 different chests. What I'm going to do is actually use sophisticated chests because you can upgrade them. So you right click on the chest, and then you right click on the storage lectern. So now that I've connected all of them, it's going to say 8 connected inventories. And that's the limit you can do with 1 bookworm. Although if I created more bookworms, I could theoretically have more chests. If I just come over here and grab some random stuff, I should be able to just throw it in here. I should be able to see all this stuff from just this one point. Yep, I can see it all. I can also search within here for specific things at the top, so I can get bones. It's going to show me everything that have bones. I also believe that if I put a barrel next to here, I was correct, and you put something in here, it'll take it and put it within here. And you can actually see the bookworm carry it. I don't think you saw it that time. Let me put something else in there. Buddy's tweaking. What's going on, dude? Yeah, there he goes. You can see him carry the book. Although I believe that has nothing to do with it, it's just an animation. So that means I can slowly start filling up a chest next to this, and it'll start putting it in there for me. Another cool thing that I believe works, but I might be wrong, is I think you can even put a backpack next to it, and it'll take out the backpack. It will. Now all of our stuff is in these chests, which can all be located from just right here. And I can search through this for anything I might need. Like I can just look for nuggets, and we're going to see all the nuggets. Sticks. Yep. So the next thing we're going to do is also with this storage lectern. There's this thing called a warp index, which is not the easiest thing to make, but we just have to make it because this will allow us to be able to access this storage lectern from anywhere. So, I mean, we could be anywhere at any point and be able to access that lectern. This can obviously also be done with applied energistics, but this is so much easier to do in this early game. I created this within an hour of doing stuff. Obviously, I already had some of the resources, but I did this within the first 4 or 5 hours of gameplay. And as of right now, it holds so much stuff. And if we get close to filling any of these, since we have sophisticated storage, we can just make upgrades for it. So I can make these bigger or compact stuff and make it hold more stuff, or even I can just create another bookworm charm and add more chests. But I'm not assuming this Ars Nouveau storage system is going to last very long before we get into applied energistics. So to make the warp index, we're going to be using the enchanting apparatus again. We're going to need a bookworm charm, which we already know how to make. We're going to also need a starbuncle charm, which is made by also using the enchanting apparatus, which you need 4 gold ingots. And then you're going to need a starbuncle token, which, like it says right there, obtained by giving a wild starbuncle a gold nugget. I believe those are found either in the wild or in the Ars Nouveau biome, but I don't believe that's going to be too hard to make. Next is going to be the Enchanter's Eye, which is going to require 4 ender pearls and then 4 blazes, and the scry crystal, again, not hard to make. We need the Eye of Ender and a source gem. Everything's going to require source gem, so I need to go get lapis immediately. And then the last thing is going to be just a scry crystal. So this is not going to be very hard to make. As of right now, getting the stuff we need, it's a lot of running around. So before I go and try to find all the stuff to make that, I'm going to enchant some stuff. I also forgot I did put some lapis up here, but almost all of it is going to be used for armor, so I'm going to need more of it still. But I'm just going to enchant stuff while I have the levels and before I die. So I enchanted 3 things so far. This was complete shit. Again, kind of complete shit. And complete shit. Okay, I mean, this is truly awesome. Fuck. So I've gone to the nether, I got blaze rods. That was a whole adventure in itself. I didn't record any of it for a good thing because it took me probably 45 minutes just to find a fortress of some sort or anything that had blazes. I've got a few of them, and the sick part about this is now if I go in here and collect stuff, I've earned a blaze rods from doing that. So going there almost is like a slap in the ass for that. But now I need to make more lapis into those source stones. And so I was going to make a few more imbuement chambers. I hadn't realized that if you shift and hold down, it will make as many as possible. So now I have 10. So I have a total of 12 now. So I'm going to go by real quick. I think this is also achievement if you kill these dudes. Yeah. kill the villager and his annoying llamas. This is quite satisfying. Once it hits 100, it's going to go down in a straight line of all them completing. Yeah, look at that. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. So, for the warp index, I already have the bookworm charm. We're going to need to do something special for the starbuncle charm, but we should be able to make the enchanter's eye and this scry crystal. So let's make this first. We're going to need 2 of these, and then we can go in here. I'm going to need 4 blaze powder and 4 ender pearls. And now I think about it, I'm going to need more pedestals. So I'm going to place these other pedestals down. Then I'm going to take 4 ender pearls. And then the 4 blaze powder. And then 1 of these. And it should... Sweet. No way, this is so cool. I have the bookworm charm, the enchanter's eye, and the scry crystal. So the only thing we need left is the starbuncle charm. So supposedly starbuncles can spawn in any wooded forest, but I do believe they have a higher spawn rate in the archwood biomes. So I might just go to the forest to try across the street, but if I can't go into spawn, then I'm gonna have to use that compass again and actually go to the archwood forest this time. So let's see how that goes. Saw this dude and for a second thought that he was a starbuncle, but this is a drygamy. I don't know if I'm saying that right. What is that? That was like a dragon. I also don't know what's happening out here. There's another one. But there's a whole story of boats out here too. Another crab. So I'm here in the Archwood Forest looking for the starbuncle still because the other forest just didn't have one, and I still am not finding one. So I don't really know what I'm gonna do if I don't find one. I'm this deep. I have to find one. 3rd crab. Oh boys, look who I just ran into. Why is it one? Oh, look, it picked it up. Oh! I also want to get a little bit more into Ars Nouveau because this mage light, if this book right here, you can open it and cast spells. Like right now I have one that will break stuff, so it breaks it. And here you can make spells, and one of them is for one of these mage lights. But I need to find certain entries to be able to make it, so that means I just have to do more exploring right now. So now that I have the starbuncle token, I need to create the starbuncle charm, which is as simple as putting the starbuncle charm in the middle of the enchanting apparatus with 4 gold ingots on the side of it, and that will give us the starbuncle charm. So I should be able to put these gold ingots in these positions and put that right there, and then it's going to do its little windy do and spit out a starbuncle charm. Sweet. So this now means that with this stuff I'm holding in my inventory, I should be able to create the warp index. I don't know if the position of any of these matter, but I'll try to put them in the same ones. Gonna go enchanter's eye, this right here, the starbuncle charm, and the middle piece is a mundane belt. I love this. Oh my goodness. So that means that with this warp index, I should be able to attach it to this. And if I open this, yep, it will open the storage lectern from anywhere. So I can be as far as I want, and I can open this. I believe I can just put this in my belt spot. So I can just press the button on my mouse and it opens my storage system from anywhere. I don't know how, but I have like every single ore except for copper, and copper is what we need to expand or upgrade the chest. So I'm gonna go mining for copper real quick so I can upgrade all these because I'm getting close to having them full. But so I got half these upgraded with the copper upgrades. I can definitely do a few more, which I probably will, but I do believe that's probably gonna wrap up today's episode. I am very pleased with what we got done. The storage problem is completely fixed as of right now. I absolutely love the fact that I can open my storage from anywhere in this dimension. I mean, this is amazing. This also gives me like unlimited inventory space right now too, 'cause I can just immediately dump stuff in here. This is also something I'm working on. I can't really get it to work, but that's gonna be a problem for the next episode. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe if you can, and I hope to see you in the next. Thanks for watching.